everybody, come along with us because we've got something fantastic in store for you.
You've just seen the Sharks mark an incredible milestone, $100 million in deals and 8 seasons in the tank. And tonight, they brought the tank to us. After you.
Thank you. Tonight on 2020, the Sharks are circling, and here they are.
We're gonna kill you.
You're gonna be my third husband.
We're like this one big dysfunctional family.
And they're ready to spill their secrets.
What's the one thing you would tell them to make it happen?
We like to win.
You think?
And that Made in America spirit.
This will be fun.
Shoot us now. What's ticking in their heads as they make those deals?
Their greatest hits
Of course, I'm a genius.
and their biggest regrets.
Now it's time to talk about the companies that you missed.
How you watching at home can get them to bite on your idea. Are you missing out on good deals because of greed? What about the fights? Are they real or not? It is great to have you all with us tonight, and more importantly, it's great to have the Sharks with us. It's so rare to get you all in one room unless you're duking it out.
Actually, Lori Grenier is not with us tonight. At any rate, this is a huge milestone for you. $100 million worth of deals made in the tank. And I think a lot of viewers actually, some of them think this isn't your own money when you invest in these companies. Is every dollar that each of you invests your own money?
Absolutely. Oh,
Which shark has had the most hits?
Oh my God! I'm thinking that's directed to me,
I'll
boys
take
and girls.
that credit. The only exit. The only big exit.
The honest answer is none of us pay any attention to the other people's deals. We're so caught up.
They don't tell the truth.
Everybody's got a monster hit, and everybody's got some dogs in their portfolio.
Let's take a look at some of those monster hits.
Let me ask you about the notoriously bad pitches. He starts fumbling from the moment he gets out there. In fact, we heard Kevin say,
Don't worry, it's only your biggest moment in your life.
really nice of you,
I
Kevin.
think it's good.
Lori has this little sponge, and she's claiming, I don't believe her, that she's doing $80 million, and that's what she claims, right? So I think that I don't believe her at all.
I believe her.
Why would I believe her?
Yeah, she may be selling it, and I don't know if she's making money.
How is it not a good product?
That doesn't mean you're going to be.
So what's so remarkable about Shark Tank for me?
But you know, Elizabeth, it's hard, and it should be hard. But the great thing about us is I think none of us see race, color, sex.
Yeah,
Carpet is the
Mark
ultimate
says,
equalizer.
we just see green.
Now it's time to talk about the companies that you missed.
Regret.
The regrets, the things you wished you'd invested
It always
in.
comes to this.
Do you not admit it when
Of
you've
course
missed
you
out on
don't admit
something?
it. You don't want to be a loser.
One of the quote-unquote misses of Shark Tank was Copa Divino, in the sense that he made a huge...
Oh, I'll believe it when I see it.
You guys all try to get into
I
this.
tried to sell me on a winery.
He was sweating, but with Copa Divino, nobody regrets that you didn't get in on that. No.
What happens when you get turned down? Coffee meets bagel, $30 million
No,
offer.
that was nonsense. No, that
was a big offer.
No,
Somebody
no.
sent those sisters walked away.
No, and then they went out and started doing interviews and telling everybody Mark Cuban offered them $30 million and we turned them down. So,
Yeah, clearly Mark is over it.
So you did get in.
well, then that's the one I regret not doing because
There's a saying, you're never too young to accomplish anything, but remember, a baby shark is still a shark.
So here we want to know, when there's a child or a kid who comes through that doorway, what are you really thinking in your head? I mean, are you rolling your eyes or are you thinking there could be something
Aw, you're doing the aw.
here? Really?
I hate when we have kids on
Why do you hate it?
because you can't be honest with them. You know, you don't want to give them false hope. So you can't.
But one of those kids was Michaela Ulmer of Austin, Texas. In season 6, her flaxseed and honey lemonade won the Sharks over.
She walks in, she says, I got a sweet deal for you.
That's right, she's out to save the bees. And tonight, there's new buzz because Michaela's company just landed a national distribution deal to sell her lemonade in Whole Foods across the country and to serve me and the bees poolside at W hotels.
I ask this question all the time. Are you ready to quit school and work full time?
And you mean it.
You're darn right I mean it.
Michaela still makes time for the personal sales pitch, a sort of lemonade stand at the local grocery store.
Let me ask you about Moe's Bows. He marches in there and says he's going to be NBT.
I believe I am an MBT, the next big thing.
I felt a personal attachment at this point, so I wanted to mentor him.
There was no deal for Moe, but Damon couldn't help falling in love with the boy in the bow tie from Memphis. A mentorship was born.
I'm going to end up working for this kid sooner or later.
You already are. You showed up at the dressing room with the ties and tried to get me to buy.
Moe's Bows, made in America.
Let me see. Let's check this out. Ready? What do you think?
Very studious of you. The CEO of Neiman Marcus calls. I haven't been able to sell food with Neiman Marcus since day one. I go, hi, how you doing? She's like, can I speak to Mo? I'm like, here, Mo, here's the phone.
Wait. I was going to say, you didn't get him into Neiman Marcus. He got
himself into Neiman Marcus.
And we have a message from Michaela Mazzani for you. Take a look.
We continue now with Shark Tank on 2020.
Welcome back. We're with the Sharks tonight. This is a blast, and this is one of our favorite topics, Made in America. We've been doing this for years at ABC, and the big question is, you're not only making profits, but you're creating jobs all across America. Have you noticed yourselves over the years of Shark Tank, the value, the premium put on those three words, Made in America?
Well, for always saying, you know, send companies overseas, make products overseas.
There was Donnie McCall, who failed to get the Sharks to bite on his folding cargo holder that hides right in your truck, the Invisirac, all because he wanted to make it in America.
I'm one man trying to do his best for this country. Now, I know a truck rack's not going to save the U.S. economy, but I want to do something that can bring some jobs and some hope to my small town. I know I can.
And we went to find him in Sparta, North Carolina.
Hey, nice to meet you. See you too.
We don't know what those sharks were thinking.
Showing us how it works. Even we could put it together.
Lamps go next.
Every piece made here.
Looks good.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
And it turns out, after the show,
all sold out after the show.
All sold out.
A year later, Donnie found help elsewhere.
Here we have some inventory. Hey, this is awesome.
I currently have hundreds of people on a waiting list. I believe the sky's the limit.
We learned very quickly that you can make so many more products than we really expected here in America.
Being close to market matters. You can't make food goods in China and ship them to America. That makes no sense.
Look who's in the pantry.
Then there was Kevin with his wicked good cupcakes, the sweet deal, all made right outside Boston.
This is a cupcake in a jar.
Oh, it's more than that, my friend.
Says the businessman. I want to ask about one of my favorites, daisy cakes. And of all the panel, the shark that said this is the best cake I've ever had.
Best cake I've ever had.
Yeah.
Really?
Is sitting right here. How did you know, Barbara? One thing you noticed was that everyone passed on that, but then you looked at all the sharks and they were still finishing the cake. I went to meet Kim and Geraldine.
Hey! Oh, it's a hug! Oh!
I'll never forget the Southern Charm. They met me at the door of their small little kitchen.
Deal.
But one of the incredible things about this was that this was a family recipe they'd been sitting on for years, and they've turned it into an amazing profit machine.
And on this day, they were revealing to us their red velvet cake.
This will be fun.
She says now. Wow, it smells so good. How are we doing, Geraldine?
All the while, Mom Geraldine watching from the corner, a thumbs up.
Oh, we're proud of her.
You're proud of her?
Yep.
Let me ask you about Cousin's Maine Lobster.
I like those guys. They are good looking.
Yeah, we can tell you like
They
those
are.
guys, Barbara.
And they flirt with me, and even when
They
they take
did.
photos of us together, they have the decency to airbrush my face and make me look their age. You don't get those opportunities. Well, that's a big get, you know? Because they have $8 million in sales, and they have 27 food trucks. And
that was your suggestion.
Of course, I'm a genius. You don't know you're looking at a genius? Yeah.
He knows.
Okay.
I think that's an important thing to say. That I think that Shark Tank has created around 10,000 jobs.
At least, yeah.
Has it really?
It has.
Yeah, but David, back to me. What else do you want to say to me?
That turned into a great company.
Billions of photos are taken every day from smartphones. What do people do with all the photos they've taken?
Absolutely nothing.
Their solution? Take all of those photos on your phone and upload them, and they'll print them right here in the U.S. in this book and ship them to you for $2.99 a month. Kevin and Mark offer to go in on a deal together. And listen to this. Groovebook became the biggest company sale ever for Shark Tank because of what happened next. Once they were up and running, they then sold their company to a bigger one, a powerhouse, Shutterfly, buying them for $14.5 million. We had to meet them.
Yeah, not bad hanging out with a couple of millionaires.
And we asked where did they get the idea in the first place. They revealed it was all because Mom lost her phone and all of those photos of the children on it, right down to their youngest, and that first tooth lost. The image of it lost for good too.
So technically, the Tooth Fairy brought $14 million.
I guess you could look at it that way.
And we asked the CEO of Shutterfly at the time if he knew that this mom and dad would be trouble, tough competition. They didn't make an offer.
Now, if you didn't invest in them, do you think you would have been competing with them?
We would have.
And the Sharks point out that it's often just one technical tweak that can set your idea apart from the rest. even if there are other similar ideas out there.
He figured out how to put it in a flexible envelope where the shipping costs were $2 less per unit.
How much would it cost to send it if it wasn't flexible? $3. $3. And now that I can do this, it's 80 cents. 80 cents. Yes.
And that's why it got acquired for $14.5 million cash from
That's
Shutterfly.
unbelievable.
In 11 months.
Another one of the companies that you invested in are Riveter. It's hard for the spouses of these officers to get jobs.
And tonight, they tell us those bags just passed $1 million in sales.
It's literally made with love, made with patriotism, so I couldn't be any prouder of them.
Dollars and cents aside, what do the sharks have to say about each other?
But a lot of times it looks on the show like you're angry at each other.
Absolutely, we're angry.
There's been times where we go at it, like, and then after that deal is over, you don't want to talk to the other shark that got it. It's just like, leave me alone, don't talk to me.
Down the road, your angriest moment.
When a guy came out and Lori made a deal because it was a charity.
What's the longest you went without talking to another shark?
As long as possible.
Really? It sticks with you that long sometimes?
No, I've never taken it past after the next pitch.
Over the years, we've figured out Kevin is just a cartoon character. So I don't get his
all this kumbaya stuff. Oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Frankly, if you can't take me in the Shark Tank, the real world is going to eat you alive.
Who's the smartest among you?
Oh, I am?
Oh, that's easy, I am.
I'll take that.
Does Damon have the biggest heart?
Yeah, I would say Damon.
So for all the people out there, what's the one thing you would tell them to make it happen?
There is nothing special about the six of us. We're all self-made. We've all failed 1,000 times.
Doesn't matter how many times you fail, you only have to be right once.
So many great success stories and inspiration that you can take to the bank, and all of you did, literally.
We really hope you were taking notes at home tonight. All the secrets spilled here, but what we really want to say in the end is cheers to the next 100 million.
To the next
Congratulations.
Shark Tank.